Calling it the all-man show, but it's also the kid show.
That is true. Let's get back to Eric Gage. We're playing Heritage Museum.
Yeah, the all-man show, right. Quotation mark for sure. The good news with this bouncy castle behind me, guys, here at the Warplane Heritage Museum at Kids Fest weekend, is that it does in fact allow adults, I'm pretty sure. And even if it doesn't, I'm pretty sure I'll go on it at some point. Joining me now to talk a little bit more about this weekend is Danny Stern. Danny, thank you for being here. Tell us basically why this is probably the best thing to do with your family on Family Day weekend, in your opinion.
In my opinion?
Yes.
Because there's lots to do here for all of the family. We have people like Susie Sunshine, who has songs with for both children and the parents to enjoy together.
Yep.
We have tons of rides where the kids can slide and bounce.
And adults too, right?
And the adults, if you've got some smaller kids, the adults can actually go down with them if they feel safer.
So I can't just go up there myself then?
Well, we might just let you go up.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Sorry, go on, go on.
So this family fun is happening all weekend. So Saturday and Sunday it runs from 10 to 5 o'clock.
Yep.
And on Monday it's from 9 to 5. As I said, there's tons of things to do with the inflatables. There's also shows that include the Reptile Man, which is Hamilton's own Paul Kennedy.
Yep, one of the best around for sure.
Absolutely. And if you love reptiles, it's the place to be. You can actually pet them and really enjoy it. So, as I mentioned, Susie Sunshine is here. We have hands-on exotics with some bizarre and cute animals that the children can pet and see. We have jokes, juggling, and magic with Juggle Magic.
Yep. And something for everyone.
Absolutely. And Mad Science as well here.
Mad Science, and there's a theme, there's Disney themes, there's Frozen, of course, the most popular movie franchise in the history of humans, and this giant thing right now, the Forbidden Temple. It's free parking as well for those that wonder about that. And you also actually have access with your ticket to the museum as well. So not just the bouncy castle and the science, but of course access to all the great planes as well. Danny, thank you very much. We're here all morning here at Kids Fest. Let's go to break. We'll be right back.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we live in our dream.
Welcome back to Morning Live. We are at Kids Fest at the Warplane Heritage Museum. Now, we saw the bouncy castles and whatnot, but it's also about learning and having fun. More importantly, we're going to do that right now. Let's talk science from McMaster University. Aaron Maxwell, first of all, tell us what this program is, Let's Talk Science.
So it's a not-for-profit outreach organization, and the idea is to get kids involved with science and love science. And we do this by hosting a lot of hands-on, minds-on activities. Where we go into classrooms, public venues like this, and we just teach them about fun science experiments.
Fun science experiment is what it's all about, and this is very cool, and I mean that literally. Because we have some snow here. We also have Brody and Raven. Aaron, take us through this right now. What are we learning?
All right, so what we're learning about is how animals adapt to their environment. So Arctic animals like the walrus and the polar bear survive in the cold because they have features in their body that allow them to do that. So polar bears have fur, and that keeps in hot air. So what we have is Brody's going to put his hand in this cotton ball bag, and he's going to stick both hands in the snow. And Brody, tell me what you feel.
So this one's like cold, and this one's like okay. So this one's like this is like not, it's a little bit snowy, but it feels okay. This one feels like cold.
Clearly that was cold.
Clearly that one's cold.
Very cool. Very cool. All right.
And Raven is going to show us how animals like walrus adapt. And what they have is they have a layer of blubber. Now we don't have blubber right now. We have Crisco. And so Raven, what do you feel?
I think this one is a lot colder than this one. I could put this in and it wouldn't freeze ever. It would just be okay. But this one is really cold.
There you go. That is just one example of many experiments that they have here all weekend long. Thank you for this.
So Eric Gage at the Warplane Heritage Museum.
Our big kid.
Hey, we're all big kids, let's face it. Kids Fest here at Warplane Heritage Museum running all weekend long. Once again, these kids are so well behaved. Why is that? Paul from Little Ray's Reptile Zoo. Paul, first of all, tell us about Little Ray's before we get to the reptiles.
Oh, Little Ray's Reptile Zoo is probably the largest outreach program there is around. We do birthday parties, we're educational programs, schools, everything. We do all of that, right? And that's really important to us because we want to pass on education. We are a zoo, we are CASA approved, and we are downtown Hamilton. So we're on the bus route, buddy.
Perfect. Let's get to what we came to see here.
Oh, we got my little buddy here. This is an elongated tortoise, right? Check that out, eh? Oh, what a cutie, eh? He's barely awake. It's early morning for him.
Morning.
He's got to wake up. Come on, wake up, dude. Oh, there's his eyeballs. He's waking up, right? Now, you guys, if you want to touch him, you can touch his shell, but we're not going to touch his feet, right? Just his shell. Look at that. Isn't he beautiful? And these are some of the animals that we're going to see this weekend, right?
Just one of many reptiles in your repertoire this weekend, all weekend long. Show us another before we go.
Okay, let's take a look at something else.
Let's take a look. I mean,
how about a little spectacled caiman? This guy's in the crocodilian family. Look at that beautiful animal.
Look how adorable he is.
And you can understand why they call him a spectacled caiman, because he looks like he's wearing little spectacles. Aren't you, buddy? And we have that a little elastic on there for safety. If you guys would like to touch his body, absolutely. Oh, you guys are fantastic.
I gotta get, I don't want to take it away. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Look at that.
For sure.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, do you guys want to see something big?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go big. Let's go crazy and big.
Here before we go to break.
This is a yellow anaconda.
Wow.
And this is Mickey. She's a yellow anaconda. She's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the second largest of the anacondas is the yellow. Oh, yeah, you touch it, you guys. You guys are wonderful.
I tell you what, Ray, thank you very much, Paul. Why would you not want to bring your children here this weekend? More reptiles from Paul, Ray's Little Reptile Zoo. We'll be right back. Just like that?
Yes.
Pretty cool, eh? Big stage.
How about Kids Fest? Here's Eric.
Thanks, guys. Yes, at the Warplane Heritage Museum, open all weekend. It is Kids Fest. It is about fun, but it's also about learning, which, of course, is fun. Case in point, Mad Science, Professor Pete Reedish. First of all, Professor, tell us about Mad Science.
Mad Science is an educational company. We want to bring science to young children in a fun, hands-on, interactive, engaging way. We do a ton of cool experiments to really hype up and make kids excited about it. We do birthday parties, special events like this, fun stations, and we do summer camps as well. So they're packed full of experiments.
You mentioned cool experiments. Let's get to it right now.
I did. All right. So we've got a great experiment that my two fantastic volunteers are going to help me out with here. So ladies, our first step is to add, and I believe we've been told at home already, hydrogen peroxide and some detergent. So ladies, pour the detergent in and step back quick.
Step back quick.
Pour it all in, all in, all in, all in. And down, step back quick. All right, nothing yet, nothing yet. All right. I think we need our third ingredient to make this chemical reaction happen. Are you ready, ladies? This is the good one. All right, go ahead and grab our last ingredient, our potassium iodide. In it goes. And step back quick.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Wow. Have you ever seen anything like that? It won't stop. How is this happening, Professor?
What's happening is hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. It really, really wants to be water, H2O. Putting the potassium iodide makes that oxygen split off quickly. A little bit of detergent that our ladies added here makes our bubbles. And ladies, without touching it, can you put your hand just right over top of it and tell me how it feels?
How's it feel?
A little warm.
A little warm.
It does.
It is warm. And this is an exothermic reaction, just the same as if you had a hot hand that you cracked and slipped into your glove.
All weekend long, these types of experiments, all about fun and learning here at Kids Fest.
Who? What? Who?
Yep. Time to give a hoot, fellas. Kids Fest all weekend long. We've had science experiments, we've had skateboard build workshops, and now it's time to get some more animals. Hands-on exotics. Del, first of all, tell us what about hands-on exotics.
So Hands On Exotics is an exotic animal shelter in Toronto, Ontario. At any given time, we have about 100 to 200 animals at our shelter, all of which are rescues or adoptions or rehomes of one kind or another. They come from very diverse backgrounds. We have a little lemur over there who used to be someone's pet. And we have an eagle owl here who used to be an ex-falconry bird, and she retired about 4 years ago, and she just turned 16 about 2 weeks ago.
Wow, okay, and let's get to the, this was not a pet of someone's, was it?
So half of the kangaroos in our shelter used to be someone's pet.
Really?
The other half were born at anywhere from hobby farms, roadside zoos, where they didn't necessarily have room for more.
Oh, okay, okay, and so you're here all weekend long, and of course the kids will be able to come in, and you know what, let's, this little guy,
he likes grabbing your hand a lot, and he'll probably grab the mic.
What's his name?
So his name is Larry.
So this is Larry. It looks like a Larry, doesn't he?
And yeah, kids will be able to come in and touch and see the animals. We do stage shows all about responsible pet ownership.
Right.
And they'll get to ask questions, learn about what makes a good pet, what's not a good pet, what you're allowed to have, not allowed to have, and
so it's really, it's informative, it's about having fun, but it's also
positive interactions with animals and learning about them as well.
And now tell me about this great owl.
So this is a Eurasian eagle owl.
Okay.
I could even show you her wings just to give you an idea of her wingspan.
Yes, by all means. Wow. Look at that.
And she was actually flown around airports and did falconry work for about 12 years.
Really?
She was retired at about the age of 12, because that's fairly old for an owl.
Okay, okay. What's the life expectancy?
She just turned 16. It's actually really complicated. They only live an average of 10 to 12 in the wild, but they can live up to 40 with people.
Oh, really?
So they live 40 a lot longer with people.
With people compared to 10 to 12 in the wildlife.
Their lives in the wild are much, much, much more difficult than they are with people.
Wow,
they have much easier lives when their food is guaranteed every day.
I was going to say, I guess they don't have that celery spoon-fed to them.
Absolutely.
What does an owl eat?
So an owl eats animals only. They are strict carnivores. She'll eat between 2 to 10 mouse to rat-sized animals per day.
So Jasmine,
and the biggest thing they're known to hunt is deer.
So Jasmine is not afraid of the owl, though, right? There's no
this
reason.
owl has no hunting instinct whatsoever.
Well,
she's always been hand-fed her whole life, thankfully, so she won't be eating any of the other animals unless they severely misbehave.
Well, I don't think they will. Certainly not with your expertise, guys. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
At Kids-Fest.
We are indoor. They are here, Kids-Fest, all weekend at the Warplane Heritage Museum. Check it out for sure. Perfect family day activity, because Brian, your forecast is going to be cold, isn't it? If you're going to be outside. Thanks, guys. Yeah, the Warplane Heritage Museum, Kids-Fest, all weekend long. This is the place to be. Now, we've done some science experiment. We saw some reptiles. We've seen some animals. A lot of indoorsy type of activities. But as surprising as it may be, spring is actually just around the corner. So Modus is here with Paul and Dave to tell us about their skateboarding companies. Now, first of all, Paul, tell us what Modus actually is.
Awesome. Well, Modus is we're a new company in Hamilton here. We've got different kits. We're really called the hands-on revolution is what we're trying to do, and just getting kids and adults to just have a chance to build something, use their hands, explore building something either by themselves or with other people or in a workshop. We put on all sorts of different workshops. So just really getting people to connect with a physical product and putting it together, and then being able to enjoy that outside.
You and Kyle get to work right now and start building your skateboard.
Yeah, he's already started.
Dave, this is really about physical activity too, right? Getting kids to stay off the couch and get healthy.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you learn some skills in the shop. You get to build a skateboard. You get to do some artwork. You can customize however you want to. But then even beyond that, once you're done, you've got a skateboard,
perfect.
And it's something you can use on the street. It's something you can go take a ride on, learn some tricks on, whatever you want to do.
What are some of the kinds of things that kids and parents, of course, too, because parents are as interested in this, let's face it, are going to be able to do here with you guys this weekend?
So we got a vinyl cutter, so we can cut out some custom vinyl stickers of different designs that the kids want to do. We got some paint markers. You can add your thing. We got the grip tape, which you roll on. You're able to cut all different shapes into and that sort of thing. We might be able to cut a board here. We got to see about that yet. We got different color wheels, different style trucks.
So I take this, for example, and then I make it my own. This is it right here.
Yeah.
I actually purchased this, and then I gageify it, if you will.
Yeah, we give you, so this blank boards, so we got a couple different styles. We got long boards, street boards, penny boards. And then this is just an example. We threw the wheels on this one. We can do that for you here as well. That's no problem. But you can take it as raw as you want. We got the uncut boards right here. If you want to do some cutting, cut out your own custom shape at home.
Amazing.
You get something like this, and we give you all the parts you need, and there you go.
They're here all weekend. It is Modus here at Kids Fest. Back to you guys in the studio.